Hi everybody. In this video, we are going to calculate BMI, Body Mass Index. So in this program, the structure is going to be like this. We are going to use a structure for this, a nested structure for this, function to calculate BMI, and we are assuming that the height is in meters and weight is in kilograms. Right? So with all this, we'll move to the program. So we are going to create a structure person. Okay. So we are going to calculate BMI for n number of persons using dynamic memory allocation. So let me create a structure called struct person. So this person is going to have a name and a nested structure for height and weight. And this structure variable, I'm going to name it as BMI measure. Okay. Then I'm going to have a variable called BMI, where the BMI of the person will be stored. So we have created a structure person. The person contains the name and a nested structure called BMI measure, which contains height and weight and the BMI value. Fine. So instead of creating a variable directly for the structure person, I'm going to define the type for it using type def. So type def struct person, I'm naming it as capital P person. So this is going to be the data type I have declared. Okay, type def, I can create a user defined data type. So when I say struct person, person using type def, this person becomes a data type. So whenever I want to declare a structure variable, I can just say capital P person P. So this is because this is going to be the data type. Instead of saying struct person P, I can directly say person P. Okay, so please understand this person is a structure type. This person is the type def. So you can see the difference. It's case sensitive. C is case sensitive. This is small p. This is capital P. So I've declared a data type called person. So whenever I wanted a structure variable, I can just say as person variable name, because this is going to be the data type because I've used type def. Okay. So now I'm going to add a function to calculate BMI. So it's going to accept the person and it is going to return the BMI. Okay, so let me add float is going to be the BMI. Cal, this is my function name, cal BMI, which is accepting person. Okay, now I'm going to return the BMI. So BMI is actually weight by height squared. Okay, so I'm going to return my variable is P. It's a pointer variable. So to access the members of a pointer variable, I will have to use arrow operator, pointer to a structure. So I will have to use arrow operator. So return P. Now my weight is inside BMI measure structure dot weight divided by, I'm going to find the square root. So POW is the function for finding the power of some number. P inside BMI measure, I have height. I'm going to find the power of 2. Okay, so I'm finding BMI P's weight divided by P's height squared. So I've used power function. As we all know, for power function we require math.h. So hash include math.h for the power function. Okay, so I've returned this. Now going on to the main. So inside main, I'm going to create a pointer to structure person star P. So N is for the number of persons or number of people I wanted to calculate BMI. And for the loop variable, I'm going to use I, which is initialized to 0. Now, printf, enter the number of persons. So let me get the input of N. Now, I will have to allocate memory space for N persons. Okay, so I'm going to use dynamic memory allocation. So for dynamic memory allocation, I need the header file stdlib.h. So I'm going to allocate memory space for N persons. So how do we do it? So P is equal to typecasting person star. I'm going to use malloc and allocate N into size of person star. So it allocates N into size of person, converts it into typecast into person type, then assigns it to P. Now P is going to point to the starting address of the memory allocated. Okay, P is going to point to the starting address of the memory allocated. Fine. Now what is that I'm going to do? For N persons, I'm going to get for the first person, I'm going to get the name, height and weight. Then call this cal BMI function, calculate the BMI. Then again, get the second person's name, height and weight. Then calculate BMI using the function cal BMI. I'm going to continue n times. Once I complete this, I'm going to print the name and the BMI of all people. This is what we are going to do. So I initialized I to n. So while I less than n, I'm going to get the enter name, height and weight of the person. Okay, so I'm going to get all these things. Now scanf. So first one is name, which is a string. Second one is height, which is a float. Third one is weight, which is a float. Comma. So P plus I name. Okay, I is 0, P is the starting address. So P plus 0. Okay, again, ampersand P plus I's height. So P plus I, inside P plus I, there is a nested structure BMI measure dot height, comma, ampersand P plus I BMI measure dot weight. Okay, so I is 0, then I becomes 1, then 2 and so on. So once I get the input of the first person's name, I is 0, first person's name, the first person's height, the first person's weight. You can understand BMI measure is a nested structure. So I will have to access the height through the nested structure because height and weight are defined inside BMI measure. Now, once I get the name, height and weight, I'm going to call the function. So the function name is, what is the function name here? Cal BMI is a function name where I'm going to pass the person's value. So P plus I. So it goes there, calculates the BMI and it returns it. So whatever the value returned will have to be stored in my BMI. So P plus I's BMI is equal to whatever the value returned by the function. So this is for the first person. Now again, increment I and check whether I is less than n. Get the second person's name and all those things. Call the function to calculate. Then the third and fourth. So on till n numbers. So once it is over, I will have to print the name and the BMI. So let me initialize I equal to 0 now. Again, while I is less than n, I'm going to print the name and the BMI. BMI is a float. Okay. So name and float. Then the next line, comma, P plus I's name, comma, P plus I's BMI. Then increment I. So this goes on for n times. Hope you understand this. Let us run this and see what is happening now. So you can see here, yeah, backslash n. It's a mistake here. 41 number. Here, backslash n. Sorry, what is this? Wait, so percentage S, percentage F. Yeah, I'll have to close. There's a comma here. Okay, so now run it. So it's asking for the number of persons. Let me give 2. Now, the name is going to be Priya. Height is going to be, it's in meters. Okay, so height is going to be 1.5. Weight is going to be 63. Okay, I think there's a problem here because I'll have to again get the, yeah, there's some problem there, right? It's accepting more than 3 values, correct? So let us check what is the problem here. Let me stop it. So here, enter name, height, and weight of the person. Okay. After that, so P plus I's name, P plus I's BMI measure dot height, P plus I BMI measure dot weight. Then I'm calling this function BMI cal. Okay, cal BMI, it goes here. It's assigned to, that's great, that's right only. Wait just a minute, let us check what is the mistake it could be. So I'm getting the name, height and weight. Okay, let us run this and see. So name of persons is 2. Name is going to be Priya. Height is going to be 1.6. Weight is going to be 64. Correct. Yeah. The next one, name of the person is Subha. What's happening here? Subha, just a minute. Then height of the person is 1.55. Then weight is going to be 65. So when you see here, this is the output we get. So you can see Priya, and this is the BMI calculated, and Subha, this is the BMI calculated. This is the output what we are getting. So hope you understand this. Have a great day.